Well, we're on the last 50 miles, 6-hour drive. It's going to take us, taking me about 6.5 hours, 7 hours to get down to Paul, to the lake. It's going to take me 7 hours to get here. It was a good little drive. We're nearly there now. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. Nice day for a 50-pounder, eh? But anyway, see the mountains in the background there. Alright, we arrived at Iktus, mate. We're here.
This is Katy Perry, and you're listening to my favorite station, Energy Hit Music Hall.
Iktus. Welcome to Iktus. I don't believe it, the lake's frozen. It's not. It's a sturgeon lake, that. Sturgeon, trout and all that lake. It's closed, that lake. Alright then. Let's have a little look down here then. These have got to be the jeeps that Briggsy stayed in. I think that's the one he stayed in actually. A little one for you, Briggsy there. Thanks for the tips you give me. For swim 6. Alright. So we're heading down here to the clubhouse. And somewhere at the back there we've got the lake. What we're going to be fishing. So I'll speak to you later, boys. Right, it's the first full day. We fished all night last night. Just had like a drop back. It could have been a liner, it could have been a lot of things. On the margin rods, which are going off down there. And some trees in the corner, right down in the far margin over there. It's about 130, 140 metres, maybe a bit more. I don't know if you can pick out the silver stick somewhere out there. There it is. Silver stick there. A stick there. Just in this little bay bit here, there's a big tree with loads of branches on it, and that comes out about 10 foot. I've just dropped it on the edge of it in about 4.5, 5 metres of water. That's where the drop back come from last night, and I've got another one just on the shelf in about the same bit deeper, because I've got it on the bottom of the shelf, about 8 metres of water. But that didn't produce nothing last night. I'm confident on them 2 rods. As you can see, it's a lovely day down in the south of France. I'm in swim 6. You see we've got the mountains in the background there. You just pick them out, the Pyrenees. That's a lovely place. A real nice place. Swim's nice and deep. Out in front of me I've got like 10 metres of water. And then it just goes up to about 8 metres, 8.5 metres out there. I've got a H block out there where I found like a little gravel bar. There's about 8 metres on the bottom, and it goes up to about 6.5 metres. So I've got a rod on that. That's looking good. He's had a good one, you know. I think he's just fishing a hard spot out there or something. Bouncing his lead around. He had a 28 kilo mirror, long mirror, Jeremy was telling me. So I bet you he's chuffed. He's there with his wife for Christmas. So good, well done him. Nice fish. And the other 2 sets of rods, just here. One's going just out on the drop. It's about 10 metres out, drops down to about 8.5 metres. Just put one there. I heard one crash along here earlier. I don't know if it was a carp, pike or a sturgeon, but one boshed out earlier, and the other one's going out there to the plateau. So fingers crossed, you never know. We might get one today. There's definitely a lot more activity today. Fish have been jumping nice today. But wait and see, eh? There we go, it's the end of the first day. Nothing's happened. Not a bite. I had one blib on my far rod. That's about it. Nobody else has done nothing all day. I repositioned my rods earlier. I took these two. I got one closer to the bank in about 3 metres of water, and the other one I've dropped in a bit deeper water, just off the edge of a snag. I've got a fish now topping out over my bait, over my marker out there. I don't know if you can see my marker. It's just out there. I think that's the one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the one there. A fish topping out by it now. Just to the right of that there's a plateau. It comes up. I'll put a rod on it. Let's see if they have it on top or on the bottom. You see another one's just rolled at the back of it. There's definitely fish out there. Let's wait if they have it. I forget what I got out there. I think I got a dumbbell out on that one, on the IQD rig. I'm confident in that rod. In the other rod, I've taken out a bit further because there's been fish showing just out here. I don't know what's out there. But I think I'll winkle a rod on there tonight, you know, when it's dark. That's all I've got to report, really. The fish ain't been out. The fish have been a bit active today when the sun was out. That's been about it. So I think I'll get a launch tonight. Hopefully it'll be a big one. It only takes one bite, don't it? But anyway, we'll see what it brings tonight. With a bit of luck we might get one. Big sturgeon jumped to the right again earlier. Might put a rod down there tomorrow. See if I can get him. But I'm confident in all 4 rods. Got snowman rigs on, IQD rigs with the dumbbells. I've got a hinge stiff on down by the snag. It's a bit silty and debris on the bottom, leaves. But they're all baited nicely. Putting some more bait out later on tonight. I'm going to bait up around about 2 o'clock tonight. So I'm just changing things, you know. People are baiting up in the mornings, not putting out nothing in the evenings. Nobody's taking their rods back out in the evenings. So I'm going to leave my rods out, but go and put some bait out about 2 o'clock tonight. So wait and see, eh? Christmas Day. I was just asleep, had a nice breakfast this morning, sausages, beans, eggs, 4 bits of bread, a nice cup of tea. The wind was picking up nicely on the lake. It looked like I could get a bite. I knew my rods were out there nicely, so I just left them. I went back to bed around about, I think it was about 1:45. I had a single bleep on the rod just out in open water on a little firm spot. I had another bleep, so I got out to have a look. And the swinger was right on the top of the rod on the tight line, and the fish was kiting right towards the snags on the tight line. So I wound down here, played it for about half an hour maybe, grating along the shelf and all that. And well, 2 days, no fish. Last one on the first night, dropped back, don't know if it was a carp or not. And I got myself a Christmas whacker. With Christmas Day, by the way. I don't know how big it is, I ain't weighed it yet. But it's a corker. There we go.
It's probably a mid-40 maybe. Put up a lovely fight. It's a mint fish, I probably ain't been caught for a long time. The mouth is mint on it. Might even be one of these stockies, I don't know. A beautiful fish, caught on a Stanmore rig. A Nash 20mm instant attraction. With Sticky Baits signature pop-up pineapple. On a size 4 wide gape. On a Stanmore rig. There she is. Just out there in open water with a handful of crushed up instant attraction. And she had it. Christmas Day, mate. Get in there. Let's get her weighed and I'll tell you what she weighs when I let her go. Here we go, just weighing that fish. She's got 44 pounds. See the 40 there? So 44 pounds. Fish is off the deck. There she is, mate. What a kipper. So get our breath back. There you go. She went 44 pounds, mate. What a fish, eh? Bring it on. Thank you, baby. Come on. Well, after having that at 44, got all the rods back out. I've changed 2 rods. Yeah, 2 rods. 2 rods I got out there on Snowman now. One on a fish meal, one on a Nash instant attraction bait. I've put them all out there again, but I'm contemplating a bit of a move because the owner Jeremy's just come around, and I can't see down into swim 3 down to the shallow end. It's been really hot. We're having a light frost in the morning, but it's been really hot. I've been thinking to myself, the fish are going to be, because we're 3 of us on here, and we're all down the deep end. And I'm saying to myself, I keep thinking to myself, the pressure's down here, it's warm, the fish are still feeding. The water's 10 degrees. It's Christmas Day, it's 10 degrees coming up on the Echo, and he confirmed it this morning, Jeremy. So he said he see a big one jump out in swim 3, and there's a bit of activity down there in swim 3, near swim 3. So I'm going to give it tonight and see what happens. If I don't get another bite, I'm going to pack up tomorrow and move down into swim 3. So I've done 2 nights so far. It'll be my 3rd night in this swim for like half a bite and a bite. It's not good. The bloke in swim 5 from Belgium, he's catching well, but he's fishing in shallower water, and he's like intercepting them as they come into the deeper end to the shallow end. So I've got a good feeling that the fish are shoaled up down there. So we'll sit it out tonight and see what happens, and I'll update you, and probably tomorrow morning we'll be on the move. That's about it, you know. I'll roll myself a fag, have a nice cup of coffee, and just kick back and just relax, you know. I thought I'd just run you through the rig I'm using to caught that 44 this morning. What it is really is just a Snowman rig. Nice bit of gap in between the hook and the bait. Kick up, double sink up. That's what's doing the action. It's really getting a bit it's getting a bit carpy out there now, you know. The wind's picked up, blowing the opposite way for the first time. The rods are out there, my moon boots are getting wet. I'll go get them out. That's it, moon boots are in. It's getting a bit cold, you know. Don't want to get my moon boots wet. These rods are not producing. I'm umming and ahhing whether to move them. But now the wind's turned around the way, it's overcast, it's rainy. I think we're going to have them. We've been tying up a few little rigs, you know. Little wafters and just everything, you know. And the new illusion stuff. But I put my faith in Calder, you know. Tackle box. Well, let's finish these rigs off.
I think we'll have another cup of coffee and wait for this to come through. It looks like it's going to storm.
We've done it. It's Christmas. It's around about 8-9 o'clock. I had a run on my rod out in the middle, in the open water, on the hard, for snowman, instant attraction again. Sticky baits pop up, and it's gone off. I thought it was a sturgeon. All the way in I thought it was a sturgeon. It turned out to be something bit special, you know. A couple of Christmases ago, I had a 74-pound mirror. It's my PB. And Christmas of 2014 has brought me another big fish. I don't think it's big as 74. I ain't weighed it yet, but it's a big fish. It's a nice fish. Here she is, up she comes. That's a big fish. I don't know how big it is yet. I've got to get it weighed. I ain't done that yet. But it's a big one. That's a big fish, isn't it? Whew. I don't know how big it is. But she's a lump. She's hard to hold and all. I'm a bit knackered because I did the photos just before. I put it back in the water. There we go. Whew. She's a big one. She's a big one. Oh, brute. There she is again. I can't get her up, lads. She's too heavy. There it is. Woo! Show you the other side of her. The tripod's a bit high. That's it. Oh, there's the other side of it. Whew. There's the other side of it. Cracking fish. Right, I've got to get her back now. I'm absolutely knackered. Christmas Day, I had a 44 earlier. This one I don't know how big it is, I ain't weighed it yet. It's all coming together here at Iktus. Long drive down, but well worth it. Let's get her weighed. She's gone 62. She's gone 62 pound. Magic. There we go, we're zooming in. 60 there. 62 pound. All zeroed out. Fish is there. Hung up. 62 pound. Come on, mate. Oh, great. Let's get her back in the water now. Here we go. 62 pound. Going back in the drink. Oh, it's a lovely fish. There she is. 62 pound. Iktus muscle, mate. 28 kilos. Let's get her back. Thank you for coming, baby. Let's have it. 62 pound. Come on. Oh. Oh. 62 pounds. But I thought I'd just run you through the rig what I've caught them two nice fish on. Well, what I'm using is a it's quite basic tactics, you know. There's no rocket science behind it. What it is, on the top is a snowman rig, and the top is Sticky Baits signature pineapple pop-ups with a 20mm instant action Nash with a size 4 curve from Calder with a little Starbaits kicker, I think they are. They're really good. I bought them because I couldn't find the small ones, because all the kickers are big, like the Tasca ones and all that. They're really big. The Fox ones, they're big and too long. I don't like them. I wanted to find some little short ones, so I found these. I think they're Starbaits. I think they're and they're really good. I've just got two quarter sinkers on there, what I've moulded a bit of putty around, and I'm tying it onto a safe zone gravel leader with a leg clip with Nash gravel leads. I think they're 5 ounce leads, and that's what caught me them two fish, 44 and a 62. I'm buzzing after that 62, you know, really nice fish. I took the rod back out there, near enough in the same-ish spot. I couldn't get it bang on because I couldn't see the marker out there. It's just a bottle. It wasn't even my bottle, but I've used it as like a marker. You know, I'm like 15 foot behind it and 30 foot to the right of it. So that's guiding me out there, but I couldn't see it. So I put it out there near enough on the money. It's still on a hard spot in 7 meters of water. So all the fish are coming out there in 7 meters of water. Because I've got two down the margins. Apparently, they're good spots in the winter, but because like with December, but it's still like the water temperature is still 10 degrees. The fish are not down here. You know, it's not cold enough for them to be down in that area. That's a good summer spot, but it's supposed to be a great winter spot. That's what they say: summer spots and winter spots. You know, what spot's good in the summer is good in the winter. But the fish are just not down there. I'm leaving the rod down there tonight. I'll probably move it tomorrow. And the other one I've just got just about 30 foot out in 9 meters of water. But that in the deep water, I'm not getting no bites at all. It's a bit surprising, really. And the other rod is about 120 meters out to a plateau. What comes up? I found this plateau. It's 8.5 meters, 9 meters deep, and then it comes up. On the top of the plateau, on the top of the bar, I've got 5 meters, and it's about 10 meters long. What I've found. So I've put it on top of the plateau. I had it on there yesterday night, and I've got it on there tonight. And I've put a nice bit of bait around it, and it ain't produced a bite. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to move it off the plateau and drop it down on the ledge of the plateau in about the same 7 meters of water. The fish are feeding in 7 meters of water. And I'm going to move my margin rod down by that bush out towards the rod where I'm getting the runs on, to the left of it in 7 meters of water, and just see if that produces an all. Because if that rod starts producing an all, then I know the fish are feeding out there in 7 meters of water on the hard stuff. Really, I really thought that plateau I'd get one on there, but let's wait and see. It's still early days. It's about 10-11 o'clock now. I ain't got my phone, you know, it's on charge, so I don't know what time it is or nothing. Well, I'm gonna have myself a cup of coffee, I think. Right, it's Friday morning. Sorry about that. It's Friday morning, the day after I had the 62 and the 44 yesterday. Well, nothing to report last night. Completely dead. I didn't hear a fish. I was up to like 2-3 o'clock in the morning listening. I couldn't hear nothing. There was no fish down here at all. The margin rod didn't produce. The one out on the bar, nothing. Even the one back out on the hard stuff where I've had the 2 runs off, didn't produce. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to move my rods around a bit, move them ones off the margin, move them out into open water, the 7 meters of water. Switch all rigs over to Snowman, coconut instant action, Nash baits, and signature pop-ups, and give it another night in this swim, in swim 6. I'm going to give it another night because swim 5's leaving. I don't know if anybody else is going in there tonight. If nobody else goes in there tonight, it'll give me a lot more water to fish tonight. So I'm going to wait for Jeremy. He's bringing my battery back around today because he put it on charge for me yesterday. So thanks, mate. He's great. He is. He's really helpful. And put my rods out there, get them all out there nicely, and a little bit of bait around them. I'm going to leave them to 12 o'clock because yesterday I had that 44 around about 12 o'clock, I think it was, 1:45, something like that. So I'm going to leave them to then. I'm not going to touch them until then, and then I'm going to reel them all in, reposition them, move my bank sticks, get them all out there nice. And yeah, that's about it really. Well, we're going to bag yourself another one, move the margin rods, and put them out into the open water. We're going to caught this thing. There you go. I don't know how big it is again, I ain't weighed it. But it's a cracking fish. Probably another 40 pound mirror. come again on the Stanmore instant attraction baits. There's the other side of it, a peach of a fish. Let's get it weighed and get it back. There's a 42, weighed 42 pound. Again on the instant action. She's going back now. Third fish, 2 40s and a 60. Absolutely brilliant. Bring it on, eh? Oh. She's gone. Second 40, mate. Third night in on Iktus. Thinking about moving swims yesterday, but we didn't. We've stayed put in swim 6 after that 60. So we had a 44, 62, and that was a 42 mirror. All in the instant action. The fish was shitting the instant action out on the hooking mat. It's another good fish. Happy days. Well, it's Friday night. A couple of hours after we had that 42. The rod, same thing out in the open water. 7 metres of water on a hard spot. Produced another fish. I ain't weighed it again, but it's another 40. I'm getting used to them now. I'll hoist her up. You're right, got a big gut on it, this fish. There she is. It's another 40. A beautiful fish. Fell to the instant attraction again. Coconut, Stanmore rig, signature pop up. They're loving them. Got a big belly on it and all. Show you the other side of her. Oh, easy girl. Oh. Get a bit more water on her. Good little tip when I know a lot of people know this, but when you're watering down fish, just keep the bucket above them, because sometimes they might like flick. You might just catch them with a bucket. It's just a little tip, you know. And there we go, the other side of it. What a peach, eh? Let's get her on the scales, see what she weighs. Sunday morning. It was quiet for 2 days. We had rain for like 24 hours and it just didn't stop raining. But this morning it stopped raining. I was getting ready to move swim, and I'm going to stay put. I'm going to stay put now. I've got another 3 nights to do. I'm going to stay put. One of my rods out in the deep water's gone. In the instant action again. It's chucked up that lovely fish. Don't know how big it is. Ain't weighed it yet. It's an upper 30, I think. Another one on the instant action. Show you the other side of her. There's the other side of her. Lovely fish. Yeah, I'm happy I got that one. I needed that one. There she is. 41 pounds. Iktus mussel. Third fish. Third 40. Let's get her back, eh? Here we go the following morning. We've got another one. I had to go out and rescue it in the boat this morning. It's gone around a marker out there. And it was stuck. So I had to go out in the boat and rescue it. But we got it. It's not the biggest one, but we still haven't weighed it yet. It's a nice one. Probably another mid-30. Lovely fight. Lovely fish. Mint condition. Show the other side of it. Oh, there's the other side of her. A lovely fish. Caught in the instant action again, but with a white pop up on top this time. It's Stanmore. As you can see, it's got really cold overnight. Dropped down to -3 last night. Didn't have no action during the night, and we caught this one this morning.
It's absolutely freezing. I can't believe how cold it is. The weather's really changed. There we go. Yeah, she went 33. Cracking mirror. Let's get her back in the water, eh? Here we go, Dad. This one's for you. You said I was going to get one. I didn't think I would, fishing with the instant action. But she's come along. I've got one. A sturgeon. I changed it, I put it on them signal bodies you give me with a big ball of krill around the hook bait on the snowman. I took it out there and she rattled off, you know. I couldn't believe it. It jumped out and everything. I thought, God, I couldn't believe it. It's got half of its peck missing. This one's been through the wars, this. But yeah, do you believe it? A sturgeon. Iktus sturgeon. All I need now is a common. I ain't had a common yet. God. She's heavy. There it is. I ain't weighed it yet, but get her weighed, see how much she goes. Get her back in the water. 40-pound Iktus sturgeon. Lovely fish. Let's get it back and get dry because I'm satched. Oh. I take a bit of time to go back these fish. You just hold them. Rock them gently, they get their breath back and they'll be gone when they want to. Oh, after that 40-pound sturgeon, the other set of rods that are going out far now towards swim 9, I've had another run, just pulled up tight, you know, and it's probably one of his stockies. It's an absolute peach of a fish. It's really, really beautiful fish. Only a small one. But I don't think they come much prettier than that. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I think that's going to grow into be a big fish, that. Show you the other side of her. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Here's the other side of it. Beautiful fish. Not very big, probably around about 14 pound, 15 pound maybe. It's a right peach. Let's get her back, eh? They all can't. Well, that margin rod that we moved at the beginning, I put it back down there today. I had to change around my rig. I've gone over to IQ Soft with a dumbbell on a D-rig with one of them new called Corker leads. And I put it back out there on the drop of the shelf. Near enough where I was putting it, but I just changed things around a bit, you know, and a little bit less more bait, and I've had a bite off it. It's a lovely fish. Don't know how big it is. I ain't weighed it again. It's a lovely fish. Caught on the pink dumbbell. First one I've had on my dumbbells. Normally I get them everywhere on there. So I was surprised if I wouldn't get one on my dumbbells. There we go. Oh, there she is. 31 pound. Excellent. Let's get the rod back out for the last night, see what it brings. Happy days. Well, last night, freezing cold, everything's freezing up. I've had a run out on the rod on the plateau, what I've been persevering all week with, and it's turned out to be a common. I asked for a common earlier and I've got a common. When it went in and out, I couldn't believe it was a common, and it's a really, really pretty common and all. I think it's a fish what it's been eating well, or it's a fish what hasn't spawned. So we won't keep it out of the water too long. But it's a peach of a fish. There she is. I don't know how big it is yet. Again, I ain't weighed it. I'm over the moon with it.
common. I've had them all now. All that's missing now is a £50 mirror or a £50 common. Absolutely brilliant. Let's turn it around and show you the other side of it. Oh, the colours on it are beautiful. The fish is lovely. Look at that. Look. Absolutely gorgeous. Corking common, that is. Beautiful. Lovely fish. Lovely colours. Absolutely beautiful. Alright, let's get it weighed and see how much she goes. Ah, come on, I'm loving it. There it is. Just under £40. Proper common. Well made up with it. Well made up. Let's get her back. Thanks for coming, baby.
Well, there we go. Last morning. Didn't have no action last night after that common because it got really cold. The rods are frozen. Everything's frozen up. The little lamp down there's frozen. I forgot to get that in last night. Everything is absolutely frozen. The other set of rods landing there. The tents, the slings, the scows. Look at this. Look at that. Just to show you something. It got really cold last night. For the second night. Look him out. Look. Oh, it's freezing. Yeah, but after that common last night, we didn't get no more action. The sun's just coming up over the Pyrenees. Yeah, we're off today. And then that's to come to a good thing. But we'll be back.